From West Hollywood, California, the only news team that doesn't know what's on the teleprompter before they read it. Anyone who laughs or breaks loses points. This is Breaking News.
Hello, and welcome to Breaking News, the show where we don't know what we're about to say and we aren't allowed to smile or laugh. I am absolutely breathtaking.
And I am the other.
Tonight, the incredible story of a dog who managed to call 911 when his owner, I'm just gonna roll through this, when his owner wouldn't shut the fuck up about Soylent.
And we catch up with the guy who called me a nasty little bastard on Instagram last week to see if he's so goddamn tough in person.
But our top story tonight is an inspiring tale of athletic achievement. An Indiana man just became the biggest dumbass ever to summit Mount Everest.
That's right, Brian Miller of Indianapolis, Indiana, reached the peak of the mountain this Monday, all despite the fact that he has straight up shit for brains. Sources close to Brian report that he is a big-time idiot who loves to do things like trying to ride a large dog like a horse, getting his head stuck between the posts of a fence, and screaming because he thought he saw a monster but is really just one of those really big potted plants.
According to his climbing partner, when he summited the mountain, he said, "Oh yeah," like the Kool-Aid man, and immediately afterward pissed his pants.
Just amazing. This achievement will surely be an inspiration to idiots everywhere.
Well said, other. Now, with a special report on some fascinating health news, we have a reporter in the field. Outstanding debut. Outstanding?
Thanks. Absolutely. That's your name. I'm here at St. Katie's Hospital, where for the first time ever, a group of surgeons has successfully removed a man's arm and run away with it. Craig De La Daniel went to the hospital for a routine tonsillectomy yesterday morning, but his team of doctors immediately became preoccupied with his arm, which he says they called a gorgeous specimen, too good to be true, and the Beatles of arms.
Sounds like one beautiful arm.
That's right. In an incredibly risky procedure, the doctors sawed off the limb and ran out of the hospital with it screaming, "Time to hit Cabo, baby! We're gonna take this arm to the oceans, kiss our asses, suckers! We've been waiting for this day for years. Free arm! Free arm! Whoop! Whoop, whoop!"
Wow, good for them.
Good indeed. This groundbreaking surgery could pave the way for doctors around the world to run off with whatever body parts they like and have the time of their sad little lives. We all know that doctors are the saddest professionals, right guys? They were big-time nerds in high school and only became doctors because of an utter lack of imagination for what their lives could be like. Becoming a doctor, geez, much like becoming a lawyer, says to the world, I have no vision for what my short time on this earth will be other than what society tells me. I'm a sad sheep, and one day my unremarkable death will be forgotten in a very short time.
Wow, what a story. Thanks, Outstanding.
No problem. I'm Outstanding Debut, and I read of the news.
Wow, Italian accent. In just a few minutes, we'll hear from a generous little boy who raised $5,000 for tall people before finding out that being tall isn't a problem.
And later, we'll bust some common misconceptions about my Nona Ernesta.
Right now, we're gonna hear from our entertainment reporter, Moose Guy. Moose?
It's me. I'm Moose Guy, and I'm here to give you the Moose Guy take on all things entertainment. Right now, I'd like to get something off my chest. I never saw It Chapter 2. I know I gave a report on it last week and called it the biggest sack of shit to hit theaters since the movie about the awful man named Shrek. The truth is, I made up that review because I never saw It Chapter 2, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry I said that the clown in It Chapter 2 looked like he probably had a big butt. I'm sorry that I said the children acting in the movie were less talented than Howie Mandel, and then elaborated to explain that I personally consider Howie Mandel to be the worst performer of the 21st century. I'm sorry that I said that It Chapter 2 was so bad, it made me go home and light my wife's favorite candle on fire. Not the wick part, but the candle itself, ruining it. I did not actually do that. The candle is still intact. I am sorry for the way I deceived all of you.
That's a major confession, Moose Guy. I have to know, what caused you to miss the movie?
I am ashamed to say that I was at a different theater that I walked into where I was seeing Shrek again.
How humiliating. Thanks for your report, Moose Guy.
Moose Guy, out.
After this, we'll hear about a fascinating new conservation program that pairs whales up with pandas to see if they can get that whole thing figured out on their own. But first, this week's loser is me. It was me. Surprise, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game. Good game.
That was a tough one.
That was hard.
That was a tough one.
That's what I said.
But it's funny when she says it.
Why is it funny when she...